So how does this all come together? Well, one of the things that we also found was that there were lots of things that we wanted to do over the summer, but unless we were intentional about them, we just didn't do any of them. Maybe one or two things, and that was it. So what I found was that I really like to kind of make my home its summer camp for my kids. Obviously, my kids will probably do a couple of camps during the summer, maybe one or two, but we really cannot put out the money to be putting them into all the summer camps that they would like to do. Looking at things like OMSI, Parks and Rec, those kinds of things, it's just so expensive. Looking at an OMSI camp, it's $515 for 1 week of camp, which granted, you know what, if you're used to paying daycare or any of that kind of stuff, hey, that's awesome, and it's, that is a great service. But for us, we don't pay that kind of money out, so we're not used to that kind of cost. So I wanted my kids to be able to have that kind of fun, but I kind of wanted to do it with them too, and obviously I didn't want the upfront cost. So we kind of found that it was really good to kind of put out a list of things that we wanted to do through the summer. And each year it changes. What they were interested in the last year may not be the same as they are in this year. So the things that our family is going to focus on this year is faith. We're just kind of going through some videos and different things that we want to do for our own faith. Biking, cooking, crafts, hanging out with friends and building on those relationships with people that we don't necessarily see throughout the whole school year. Swimming, hiking, and then we're going to do a fun special moving images art project. So we've picked a few things that we're going to do, but for example, during that morning study time that I told you about, some of the things that we could be doing are watching a few videos together. My daughter would like to go through her science book from last year because there are a few projects that she would have liked to do that they didn't do in class. As well as going through her math book so she can make sure that she understands the next subject that she's going into. Which that's how she works. I like to study too, so it works out good for us. My poor boy, he'll probably do a little bit of school that we didn't get through, and I'm not going to be rigorous about it, and I'm not going to feel like, oh, this is homeschool time. If it has to change, it changes. No big deal. The other thing that we talked about was probably biking. 90% of the places that we go this summer, because we'd like to bike, and so we're going to go get the Portland, Vancouver bike map, and we'll make sure to map all of that out. And of course, that'll be map skills too. So that'll work really good. The other thing that we want to do is a lot of hiking. I'd like to. We actually want to start building up to hike around Mount St. Helens as a family, and so we want to do some smaller hikes to work up to that. My son loves to cook. My daughter loves to cook. I already put on the clock number 7 that there's the currclick.com, currclick.com, and they have classes really inexpensive. I've already signed my kids up for a couple of cooking classes in the summer, and they were only $5 a piece. So, and we can all watch it because it's a video, and then we'll go ahead and do some of those cooking. So we've got like fun things like cooking cake pops and parfaits, and so just really fun stuff. And then we'll probably do, of course, more cooking than that as well anyways. Swimming, my kids always want to swim every day, so we found our favorite swimming place, and we'll probably go there at least twice a week. And just, maybe some different crafts, and we're also going to take my kids' big Harry Potter Lego set and put it together, all of us, and then we're going to put together a little video of it, and we're going to, so we'll learn how to do the snapshot video or whatever it's called, and put together a little movie on that. So it's just a project that we want to do. We're going to leave it down there throughout the summer, and it'll be fine because it's a project that we're all working on. But that kind of stuff is stuff that we want to do this summer. But where do you get ideas for things to do? Well, I have to tell you, my favorite thing for the last few years has been going to summer camp catalogs. I love summer camp catalogs, even though we can't afford to do summer camps per se. I love going to the OMSI catalog, the Parks and Recreation catalog. Our local magazine actually put together a bunch of summer camps, and they actually just got the info from each website. So I'm sure that each website might even have different camps that they do, but there's so many resources out there. But I don't know if I've shown you guys this book yet. I don't think so. Educational Travel on a Shoestring Budget. I love this book. This book is not just about travel. It's about looking at your own area in a completely different way. I didn't know that there were associations that you could join. There's a huge book about this thick at the library, all with just associations for everything you can imagine. If you are into Legos, if you are into ice skating, if you are into building, Latin, I mean anything that you're interested, biking, all of it, it has the association associated to that subject, topic, hobby, sport, whatever, and you can join them, and then you'll get all kinds, a lot of times they have lots of resources, events, and different things. I found that out from this book, folks, so this is awesome. I love this book. But like I said, it's just a different way to look at your area. I never thought about touristing my own area. Such a concept. It talks about hiking trails in here. It talks about biking trails in here. So it's not even just stuff to pay for. It's stuff that you can do for free. Are your kids interested in a specific product or something like that? See if there's a manufacturer or an outlet in your area. And you could possibly take a field trip to do that, to go look at it. We did a chocolate factory field trip once because it was really cool. We found out there was a chocolate factory in the area, and so we just set up the tour. A lot of places don't do tours anymore, but if you call and ask for a private tour, sometimes they will do it. So it's worth at least just asking.